the stitching of both of those right here where this pocket has stitched across. I came up to there, and then of course I stitched up here in this corner here, which allows me to open this up, and then also allows me to go ahead and have a pocket here. And what I have in here right now is I had some Velcro. You can use Velcro, or I'll show you this other way of what I decided to go ahead and do, because this fabric here, this fabric that's on the back of this leather really is not permitting the glue on the back of the Velcro to stick very well. So I'm going to put another loop through here probably and just cinch that up as I did these other ones. And that's what I'm going to tell you about now. Now I went over to Michael's and I picked up this. This is just a sewing basket 12 set of 1/4 inch eyelets. Okay, let the camera focus in there a little bit. It's on automatic focus, so guys, just bear with me. So you have basically a male and female for each set. And then I also got the 1/4 inch eyelet tool. It's nothing more than just basically like an anvil and then a seat. So what I did is that I brought my flap down to where I thought it would lay, you know, look good laying. I'll zoom in a little bit here. See if we can't make this better for you. And then I took my marker pen, just a black magic marker pen, and then I made a circle here where I wanted that to be. I went ahead and I grabbed my utility knife. You can get this at any hobby store, Walmart, just about everybody sells them. It's just an X-Acto knife. And then I cut a small hole out. And it didn't have to be perfect because the grommet will actually hide a lot of that stuff for you. And then I went ahead and I got out a set of the eyelets here. Now that right there is a set of both your male and female end, and I'll pull them apart here. They're like one inside of another. Here we go. And as you can see here, one will actually fit underneath the other one. So one's a little bit bigger, that's the male end, and then this is the smaller end. Now, whenever you do this, your bigger end, whenever you clasp it, there's actually very little time, pieces of time on here that's going to overlap on the other part, okay? I don't know how well you can see those there. So, when I did my first one here, I actually put the longer end up through the bottom, and then I put the top end down over top of it. And because I did that, what it did is that when it was all done here, you can see those tines right there are actually showing, and they are a little bit, you know, I really can't feel them that much, but you can actually see where the tines actually bend over. So I would suggest to you to do what I did for the rest of them, is to take the longer male end and push it down through the outside that's going to be showing. So now you will have this coming down through the top. All you do through the material, top through the material, you'll go ahead and place this over top so it's sandwiched like this. Okay? That's what it looks like. It'll be sandwiched like this. And you grab your tool And this tool here, this seat, actually has a little indentation where the eyelet will sit in there, like so. And then of course here's the other tool, which I call the anvil. It has the same thing. You place that over top of it, and then you get it on a hard surface here, and then you smack it with a hammer. And of course that's your end result, is the eyelet. Now as far as my string here, all I used was some of this leather lace that I picked up. I believe I got this at Michael's. Walmart may have it, you know, it's just regular leather lace. And I pulled out, it looks to be about 5 or 6 inches here. And all I did is I just wrapped it around my finger and I pulled it up through and tied it into a knot. Just a straight overhand knot. Just something big enough so that it's not going to pull through the eyelet. I took 2 ends, I brought them up through, and now that made a way for me to secure the pockets. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I know this was kind of quick and kind of fast. You can give me some feedback if you have any questions on it. But now, whenever I go to cinch these up, I can just pull the 2 laces through. Sorry about that, battery died. Had to put in a fresh battery. But anyhow, where I left off was, all I have to do then is just bring my strings up through the grommet, cinch it down, and just tie a single overhand knot. Same with here. Tie a little overhand knot, and the same with the main flap, is to tie an overhand knot, like so. Now, whenever I go to make my shoulder strap, all I'm going to do is get a few pieces of this scrap that I have left here. I'm going to sew them together to the length that I want so that it goes around my neck over my shoulder, and measure it out to where it's going to sit where I want it on the side, on my right side. I will go ahead and just fold this over like so, and then just sew it up. Now, to make this more comfortable, I will end up with a tube. Nothing more than just a tube here. And to make this more comfortable, I have a lot of cattail fluff that I picked up. And I'll go ahead and I'll stuff this full of cattail. And then that way it'll be a lot more comfortable whenever it's hanging around my neck. And so whenever I get this part done here, I will go ahead and show you the completed haversack. But right now, this is where I'm at. This is as far as I got with it. Again, if you don't like the grommet way, you could use Velcro. If it won't stick, try some of this crazy glue, and I'm sure that will work. That will stick to it. So then that way, whenever you put your stuff inside, it'll be easy to come out. And you won't end up like I end up, where the top sticks to the bottom all the time. Okay, just a little bit of crazy glue will hold that to the fabric, and then it'll go ahead and shut. But those are like the 2 different ways that I know that you can, you know, cinch it up other than pinning it together. So that's the haversack, and a kind of a quick, easy lesson on how to make it. And believe me, guys, I am no way, shape, or form any type of seamstress. I think you can tell that by the stitches. But you know, I just didn't want this to be a raggedy old thing. I wanted something to actually look nice, but most of all be practical. Be practical for, excuse me, for what I wanted to use it for. And I will just give you a quick shot here of the stuff that I've taken out of this haversack and put on the table here. Here. It's rough being the cameraman and also trying to make a video. But anyhow, you can see all this stuff here that I've taken out of the haversack. Just laid it there on my table. It will hold quite a bit of stuff. And again, the amount of stuff or the type of stuff that you will put in yours will depend on what season it is and what you actually want it to do for you whenever you're out doing your art of self-reliance type of practicing your art of self-reliance, or whether you're just out camping. So, this is Gordon Fisher, Buck Skinner. I want you to be safe and be prepared, because you never know when you might just be in a survival situation. Till next time.